Hi, this is Chloe here at innerwhispers.co.uk. Today I'm delighted to be unboxing a deck that's inspired by the Divine Feminine. It's called the Cosmic Mother Tarot, and it's created by a fellow Brit and mother called Alice Grist, who I'm hoping to speak with via Skype sometime soon, so that I can find more out about her inspiration, her other work, and her history with tarot and what inspires her. So that's something else to look forward to, but in the meantime, let's take a look at these cards. So here we are with the Cosmic Mother Tarot. It comes in just a sort of straight up little tuck cardboard box with some images on the back, and you know, just very simple. And let's take a look inside. No cellophane wrapping for me to fight through. Right, the companion material comes as a kind of sheet. There, so that gives you a feel for what that is. With a bit of a description of the deck, how it came about, and then little descriptions of the majors and something brief for each of the suits: the cups, the wands, the pentacles, the swords. So short and sweet. Moving on to the cards themselves, which, as you can see straight off, are very vibrant. They have quite big white borders which act as a nice clear frame, and then very playful kind of images. Here we have a bright butterfly as the Ace of Swords. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, so they're not in order. The Eight of Swords, that traditional idea of being trapped. I like, you know, she's got this red hair and then it goes to blue at the ends, and purple in her clothes, and the swords are kind of in the hem of her dress, so that's quite interesting. Sorry. Then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, you see that person walking away. So she designed these cards with her daughter, and that childlike approach to it is definitely quite clear, and yet also there's a depth to them, which is really lovely. We have the Four Swords, and we have a person sleeping, a night sky. The King of Swords, strong. The Nine of Swords, yeah, you can really see the despair in the body posture, and yet very interesting that, you know, the swords here are all different colours and shapes. That's an interesting touch. The Princess of Swords, okay, so we have Princess, Queen. I really like this Queen of Swords. The beautiful blue dress, the sword that looks almost vulvic, and she's got this crazy, wild, curly brown hair. Yeah, I can relate to her. The Seven of Swords definitely looks quite sneaky, looking back over her shoulder. The Six of Swords with a rainbow sail to the boat, and is it Loch Ness Monster? It's a very alive sea that she's travelling through. Oh, okay. So we have the Princess, the Queen, the King, and the Sorcerer. Those are our four court cards. So no prince, but there's a sorcerer instead. The Ten of Swords stuck through, but there's still this sun here. The Three of Swords, stabbed through heart with only, I don't know, is that two swords? Is there a third somewhere? Interesting. And the Two of Swords, I like that. It's like her own hair is blocking her view. And she holds the swords out rather than having them crossed around her heart space. So that's interesting. They're kind of sword tipped down. Yeah, there's lots of sort of symbolic touches you can use for that. So now we move into the wands. Let's just check. So yeah, that was all the swords. So moving into the wands, conflagration with the ace, and they have kind of purple, variations on purple for the borders. The 8, and they're not all neatly lined up, that's for sure. So it's a rather more chaotic 8 than I'm used to, but definitely a lot of movement, a lot of stuff going on in it. 5 of Wands, kind of battling. I like that there's the pink blossom as well and a pink blossomy tree in the background, and it looks kind of, I don't know, martial arty. It's fun. 4 of Wands. Her hair almost looks like ribbons and streamers. That's a nice touch. The King of Wands. The 9 of Wands. A lot more cheerful than the normal sort of defensive one, though maybe she's defending her balloons from other people. The Princess of Wands, hands on hips. The Queen of Wands, oh wow, it's like this lion's mane of hair, amazing, and the sunflowers. That's beautifully done. The 7 of Wands, she kind of sat on the hill rather than standing fighting. But hey, that's a stronger defensive position. 6 of Wands, like the crow. The Sorcerer of Wands, lovely. Is this a cauldron? That's what I see anyway. Don't know what you see. The 10 of Wands definitely looks rather under attack. Or, yeah, he's not carrying them all as a burden, but they are all stacked around him. It's quite different in some ways. Have to wait and see what I make of that in a reading. The 3 of Wands, looking out from your lovely garden across the, is it a river, to the town above or beyond? And the 2 of Wands. I really like this. It's kind of, is it a purple forest? Is it kind of Chinese-style pagodas? Okay, so that's our Wands cards. Moving on to the Cups cards, and they have variations on the theme of pink around them. The Ace of Cups with another little butterfly here, and the cup held in the hand. Is she raising it to drink? Is she going to drink her fill? The 8 of Cups. Normally I see this as a walking away from an emotional situation, a looking for higher ground. Here with the veil, there's some sort of suggestion of, yeah, I guess it still has a spiritual seeking element to it. So that's interesting. 5 of Cups. Definitely looks glum, just look at the colours, and yet there are the ones here with a sun and a moon in them behind her that she's not seeing. That's a nice touch. The 4 of Cups, kind of trapped in a spider's web, stuck, so he doesn't see what's being offered. Our King of Cups, very funky. Has he suffered heartache and heartbreak? Is that why he's turning to drink? The 9 of Cups, that's a fun one. Real celebration aspect, and she's sat in one of the cups. Hey. So yes, the Make-A-Wish, exploding out of a cup. Our Princess of Cups. The Queen of Cups, much waterier, very different beings, so it's fun to see. And she has snake as well. Heart, cup, snake. Yeah. 7 of Cups. Ooh, definitely see the illusions and possibilities in the various bottles. 6 of Cups, that's lovely. The way that they're holding hands. It's, I don't know, it feels youthful and hopeful. I like that. Oh, the Sorceress of Cups, she's great. Watery in a very different way to the Queen. Looks like she's on the move and almost looks like cat's whiskers or something like that. I don't know. I like it. 10 of Cups with the happy rainbow. 3 of Cups. It almost looks more like, I don't know, I see a mother and 2 daughters, but hey, that's what I see. 2 of Cups. So there are the 2 people. There's a path that they can follow. Animals to accompany them. Quite different. quite charming. And now we're moving into the majors. We haven't yet had the pentacles. So once again, these are out of order. We have the Chariot. She's being guided by her heart, or leading from her heart. And there are her two beasts. She looks like an angel as well, so nice touches. Death. I like the roses there and the crow. And that there's this portal to infinity through it. So yes, that's a beautiful, transformational, and it has an aspect of, I don't know, makes me think of the Tarot of the Crone to a degree, so that crone aspect in death. I really like that. Wow, that devil is fierce and scary, and yet there's the chain as well. Who is chained? And there's a key too. Nice. The Emperor. He looks kind of like a Native American, or maybe I don't know, yeah, quite shamanic feel to him, I would say. And the Empress looks very much the cosmic mother, for sure. This whirl in her belly and the creative void around her, and yet a sort of fertile abundance. The Fool has a star and a little cat instead of a dog. The Hanged Woman, showing her underpants as her skirt falls down. Yes, I've been there. The Hermit. Interesting, it's by the sea, a beach, a cave. So kind of a spiritual retreat feel to it. I like that. Still holding that lantern, guiding the way. The Hierophant, with his keys of office. But he's much more multicoloured. And the High Priestess. Nice that she has her cat. So lots of traditional symbolism here as well. Judgment, calling people up, the trumpet. Justice. Interesting. The scales are there, red and blue, the balance. And the face is kind of, I don't know. This is cosmic justice rather than human justice. The Lovers. The Magician. He looks a bit like a crazy wizard who's not quite sure and not quite capable with the tools he's got, which kind of works, you know. Position 1, this is not your most experienced chap. And the Moon. Interesting, there are still flowers there, almost like the towers. They're the towers too. And she's calling down the moon, perhaps. And the Star, I mean, this is such a fabulous card. This is what's on the box as well. I adore this. It's one of the cards that drew me into this deck in the first place. The Ankh necklace, the wonderful star, that feeling of, I don't know. And she's got her arms lifted. She's got different things in either hand. Strength. That's a good way of getting around the whole I can't draw a lion thing. I'm going to have to remember that, seeing as my artwork is not as accomplished as this. And the Sun. Nice to see the two people sort of delighted with the sun, and I love the little curly spirals around it. That's a fun, different kind of sun rays thing. Temperance, pouring between the waters, and here it almost looks like she's a mermaid rather than an angel. The Tower. This is quite, yeah, there's fire and water, there's lightning, there's a moon, there's a bell in the tower. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. Dark at the centre, lighter at the outsides. I guess it's the calm, I don't know, the eye of the storm a little bit. Yeah, I like that. It has a real sense of movement to it, that's for sure. And the World, that's lovely. A real natural feel to it. I don't know, it almost feels like she's a cat person, but she's also a tree. And there's a snake, and yeah, lots going on there. And now we move into the Pentacles. So we have the Ace, the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not sure I sort of see the Apprentice in that. Yeah. The Five of Pentacles. You've even been kicked off your own chair by the cat. Nothing going on. And yet there's all this knowledge that would help you to figure things out. The Four of Pentacles. So, a snake within the Four. That's interestingly different. I'll have to have a think about that. The King of Pentacles, with the Town behind. The Nine of Pentacles. Oh yes, happy in her garden. The Princess of Pentacles. She feels very much a part of her landscape. The Queen of Pentacles. A real abundant, joyful feel to her. I like that a lot. With the butterflies and the sun and the, I don't know, it's like a halo around her maybe? I don't know. Seven of Pentacles. I don't quite see the taking a step back or the working hard, but certainly waiting for things to bloom. She seems almost a part of her garden rather than, yeah. The Six of Pentacles has a real feeling of, yeah, it's just raining pentacles. It's such a possibility of receiving. The Sorceress of Pentacles is giving birth to something. The Ten of Pentacles, family, legacy, passing things down, wisdom of the ages. I love it. The Three of Pentacles, working in the garden. I don't see so much teamwork here, but definitely the work and the creativity aspects. And the Two of Pentacles. Balance. What's the balance with an artist? Curious, we shall see. So, those are the cards. Now let's take a look at, right, so we have a non-reversible back. Lovely and colourful though, it goes well with the sort of colour palette of the deck. It's a bit too thick to hold in a single hand. Despite the fact that I'm making a poor job of it, it does actually feel like it shuffles nicely. It's quite smooth. And I think it will riffle well as well. The cardstock feels good quality in that regard. Apologies. So yes, that riffles nicely, shuffles nicely. You kind of can see the striations through the deck, which is kind of nice actually. It adds a colourful element to it, even when you're holding it. It means you're holding a rainbow. I like that. And let's draw a card for how it will be working with this deck. Seven of Pentacles. So I may really find myself immersed in it, I think. Blessed be.